Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for this live screen today. My name's Amista, and we're going to be doing 5 minutes of Reiki followed by 55 minutes of questions, helping with affirmations to help you manifest those things that you want in your life. Or if you want me to do some tarot reading for you, you have questions you would like to have a reading on, then those will be handled within that last 55 minutes of this presentation as well. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and start with 5 minutes of Reiki. And so I'm going to be offering Reiki for whatever is for the highest and best benefit of each of you that show up here, whether you're watching this live or whether you watch it later. Either way, you'll be able to benefit from the energy. For those of you who aren't aware of what Reiki is good for, Reiki is most well known, I think, for actually helping with medical situations where we have sicknesses or illnesses, especially where we have sicknesses or illnesses that the doctors don't know what to do with. But also the ones that they do, it helps to help us to heal up more quickly than what we would otherwise. It's also good for aligning all of the chakras and balancing the chakras, which helps us to be more healthy in every way in our lives. And it's good for helping with relationships and for mental and emotional situations. It's also good for financial situations as well. So we have a lot of things that Reiki really can be used for. If you have something more specific than just for whatever's for your highest and best good, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention for yourself. But I am going to go ahead and start the Reiki right now. So we're starting Reiki at what time? At 1:15. That means we'll finish it up at 20 after the hour. I'm feeling a lot of Reiki energy going out into that base chakra right now, which means for some of you who are watching this either live or after the fact, base chakra has to do with things that make us feel secure and stable. So that can be family relationships, that can be financial things, that can be our work that we do, that can be our assets, our homes, our vehicles, anything that makes you feel stable and secure would be influenced by this particular chakra, or I should say chakra. I don't know why I ever started saying that word with the soft sh. It should not be the soft version. Anyway, we've got a lot of energy going there. We've also got a lot of energy going lower as well. And that energy going lower is going, feels like to me, into the knee area for a lot of you. So when we have energy going into the knees, that means that we may be struggling a little bit with this idea of being flexible as we move forward towards whatever our purpose is. And so when we have energy going to the knees, we're going to find more flexibility in moving forward. Or if we've been so flexible that we've been knocked completely off course, then this is going to bring us into balance to where we're going to still stay oriented towards our goal, towards our purpose, as we are reacting and, sort of rolling with whatever is coming up in our lives. 3 more minutes left of Reiki. Guys, I'm a little OCD. This little curtain thing is probably... Let's fix that. There we go. I never would have thought I was OCD, but then I started seeing things on camera, and look at that. Now this is bothering me. A little chain reaction thing going on there. All right. The reality of life is even somebody who is a mystic has issues just like everybody else. That's why we can relate, and that's why we can be so helpful, I think. 2 more minutes of Reiki. One more minute of Reiki. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up the Reiki. I don't think I've ever had nobody in my room before whenever I was going live. Everybody must be at work, and that's okay. That's good. I'm still going to improvise and be here and be available for people who could use my services. So what we're going to start with is looking at a message for us all, meaning me and everybody else who ends up wandering into this room. A message for us all on manifestation advice today. What's some good manifestation advice, timely manifestation advice for everybody who enters this room and makes it this far on the video? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, so we're starting off with the 5 of Earth. By the way, this is my good tarot that I'm using today. It's called the Good Tarot, this tarot deck. Followed by the King of Water showing up in reverse. Followed by the 6 of Earth. So we've got a 5 and a 6 of Earth both showing up here in our manifestation advice. 5 of Earth basically says, don't let yourself be disappointed. Don't be holding grudges. Don't be holding on to negative energy. So it's really important if we find ourselves holding on to any kind of negative energy that we release that, we let that go. Maybe that involves forgiving somebody. Maybe that involves forgiving ourselves for letting somebody treat us a certain way or do a certain thing. But this is the idea of, with the 5 of Earth, it talks about the idea of feeling like, we're left out and sort of holding on to these negative ideas about not being a part of things socially. So this is letting go of that, not really worrying about that. If we're a little bit different than others in our attitude and in our outlook, that's not anything to be worried about. So we want to let go of any negative energy that we have around that. Now, the other thing that the 5 of Earth can indicate, it can indicate being a little bit short on the cash flow. The budget might be a little bit tight when it's right side up. So when it's in reverse, this is basically telling us that this idea of letting go of that negative energy helps us to loosen up our own energy flow, which when our own energy flow loosens up, that helps financially things to loosen up as well as relationships. So really the key here, if you just want to bottom line it and say it in one line for this card, is don't hold on to any negative energy. Let that energy just flow right away from you. You don't want to hold it because it can paralyze you or cripple you when you're coming to manifesting the things that you want in your life, whatever they might happen to be. Okay? King of Water showing up in reverse. This is really talking about the idea of feeling down. You know, it's really easy to have disappointments make us feel down. But when it's in reverse, you know, as a part of our advice for manifesting, it's basically saying it's okay to feel that disappointment, but we want to bounce back up from that. Like we saw with that first card, we don't want to hold on to those negative energies because they're not going to allow us to move forward the way that we want to. So we want to acknowledge our feelings, but we want to then let them go. We don't want to let them become like that block of concrete tied around our feet while we're at the bottom of the river, you know? And then the last thing that we have coming up is the Six of Earth, which Six of Earth for me talks about an even exchange. So goods for money, services for money, bartering, different things like this. But this says, you know, keep on doing those things that benefit other people that they find worth from. Keep on doing those things. Keep that even exchange of energy going. So basically, this is, to me, when I saw this card, this talks about keep moving forward. Don't let disappointments, don't let negative emotions slow you down. Take that bounce and bounce right back up and get with it again. Get out there and be persistent. Do what you know you need to do. If you want to manifest what you want, we can't let those disappointments get us down and hold us in like we're stuck in quicksand. We have to let those disappointments roll off us, or roll over us, bounce off us, and then get back with it. Because we have one disappointment doesn't mean it's game over. It's only game over if we lay down on the ground and don't get back up. Okay? So, welcome to whoever is in the room. Thank you for that thumbs up, whoever gave that. If you would like to participate in the chat, check out the description box. You can see what's going on here today. I am offering to help build an affirmation for you if you want an affirmation to help you manifest what you would like in your life. And I'm also offering to do tarot readings for you. I'll do one question, answer one question with the tarot if you want a question answered. So just let me know what you would like. Would you like a message from Spirit, which is more random, where we let Spirit choose the topic and bring that through for you? Would you like a question answered? If you want a question answered, just put that question in the chat. If you want a message from Spirit, just put the word Spirit in the chat. And if you want help with an affirmation, put the word affirmation in the chat. And then tell me what you want an affirmation around, and I'll be glad to help you with that. So far, it looks like we only have one person besides me in the room, so can really focus on you quite a bit. This is the least I've ever had in my room at one time, I think. A new record. But also, it's a different time for me as well, so there may be a lot of people still at work while we're here. This just means that the people that are here get more individualized attention. By the way, if you're interested in these types of videos where somebody just comes on and just offers help, then feel free to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. You want to make sure you hit your notification button too, so you know whenever I'm going live. And that way you can catch me the next time too. So welcome to those of you who are in the room. Please read the description box below so you know what's going on here. And then feel free to participate in the chat. We're having kind of a slow start today, but that's okay. We're going to be gearing up and having some fun here as soon as we get some people that I can help. If you would like a message from Spirit, just go ahead and put the word Spirit in the chat box. If you want help building an affirmation to help you manifest something that you are trying to reach in your life, put affirmation in the chat box and tell me what you would like help with. And then if you have a particular question you would like me to look at with the tarot cards, go ahead and put that question in the chat box and we'll take a peek at it. By the way, thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate it. Always, always appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Go ahead and check out the description box. See what way you would like me to help you. And then put what you would like in the chat so that I can be of service to you today. This is no charge, just doing this randomly. Later on, there might be a line. Right now, it's a pretty quiet room. If there's a line later on, somebody could jump to the front of the line. But right now, there's really no need for that. So this is just a free service that I'm offering while I'm here. I'm only going to be here for an hour. So this is not like an all-day giveaway thing. Welcome, welcome. If you would like a message from Spirit, just put the word Spirit in the chat. If you would like to have me answer a question for you with the tarot cards, just put the question in the chat itself. And then if you want help building an affirmation to help you manifest some type of success that you would like in your life, put the word affirmation in the chat, and then let me know what you would like help with an affirmation for. La da da da. And all of those instructions are in the description box below. I am available to help you guys. You guys just have to let me know how you would like help. What kind of help do you want? If you look on my website, you can see that I charge quite a bit of this for this whenever I'm not doing live readings or live sessions. So this is a treat. I enjoy doing it because I enjoy connecting with people directly in this modality. And it also gets me in front of people who otherwise couldn't afford my services so that I can still help them. So whatever you guys would like help with, feel free to go ahead and put it in the chat. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever gave that. I do appreciate it. Woot woot. Woot woot. If I'd have known it was going to be this slow today, I probably would have brought my fingernail polish into the desk and redone my fingernails. Nobody wants help today. Those of you who have not been to my live presentations before, you do want to check out the description box to see what I'm offering. And then once you've checked out the description box, feel free to put in the live chat what you would like, whether it's a message from Spirit, help with an affirmation, or if you have a question you would like me to answer, whatever that is, feel free to go ahead and put it up there. Hello there, Rajni. Will it ever work again? I'm sure you're hoping so. Do you seriously want me to put cards on that? Because I'm thinking we probably have other questions that might not be made up. Will they call you on a job? All right. Rajni. Will they call Rajni on a job? Will they call Rajni on a job? Whoever the they is that Rajni has in mind. All righty then. We'll look at it. Okay, so here's the deal, Rajni. Nobody's going to be calling you on a job. Not that you're thinking of right now. Okay? But this is lucky for you. I don't think that this job is actually such a great deal for you. So here's the thing, though. I do see you sort of refocusing. And when you refocus and start expecting and hoping for a different job than this one, then I see you being very successful because we end up with the happiness card at the very end. But before that, no. No, I would keep looking. Keep looking. Okay, Jeff, if you're serious, let's take a peek at this. Let's find out. Welcome to those of you who are new in the room. Feel free to read the instructions in the description box below and then let me know what you would like me to help you with. Ever is such a long time. Well, I have a tie, and I try to keep this as a family channel. So I don't want to go into the details of what I'm actually picking up here. But let's just say it is going to work under certain circumstances and not so much on others. That means if you want to know more specific than what I'm willing to say on a family-oriented channel, you're probably going to have to get a private reading. Nobody said anything about gay, did they? Welcome to all of you who are new to the room. Feel free to check out the description box below this video so you know what's going on here, and then put what you need from me in the chat box. So you can be looking at, do you need an affirmation, help with creating an affirmation so that you can create what you want in your life? Do you want a message from Sacred Spirit that's just random and we let Spirit set the topic? Or do you want, do you have a specific question you would like me to answer? Any one of those I'm willing to do for you guys. The answer is no, they will not be calling you on the job that you're thinking of. However, that's not an unhappy ending because I do see you being very happy with the job that you do get called on. It's just not going to be this one. So you want to keep looking for a different job. You don't want to stop with these people. Welcome to those of you who are new in the room. Feel free to read the description box so you know what's going on, and then participate in the chat. Let me know what it is you would like me to help you with, and I'll be happy to help you. La da da da, la da 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 da. Man, if we don't get some more people in this room that want some help, I am seriously going to start putting on fingernail polish. Never have I ever offered help to people and been so bored in my life. Those of you who are new to the room, feel free to read the description box so you can see what kind of help I'm offering in this room today. And once you have seen that, go ahead and put in the chat whatever it is that you would like help with, and I'll be happy to do that for you. La da 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 da. I'm going to be here for 1 hour, and then I'm going to take off. So time is limited. You know, I'm not really sure what ASMR is. I mean, every time I look at ASMR, I see people tapping their fingernails, which I don't have long fingernails. So I don't know that I'm the best at that type of stuff. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you think my voice lends itself to ASMR, I'm cool with talking about things while we wait for people that I can help. Ba-da-da-da. Conversation is not a bad thing, especially if you have questions about things that are supernatural. We can tell ghost stories if you want to tell ghost stories. Crinkle some paper. I don't know that that's going to help your phallus condition. I think you should like rewind back to the Reiki for that. Have you ever had Reiki before, Jeff? Do you even know what it is? Thank you on the voice. I appreciate that. Those of you who are just walking in, feel free to check out the description box below this video. That'll tell you what kind of help I'm offering here today. Right now I'm a little bored, so I'm painting my fingernails, but I would love it if somebody would put in the description box what they need help with so that I could do something productive while I'm here. Okay. Where are you from, Jeff? Like what country? Just out of curiosity. And then we're going to talk about Reiki. Those of you who want a message from Spirit, please put the word Spirit in the chat box. Those of you who would like help creating an affirmation so that you can manifest whatever it is you would like to manifest in your life, just put the word affirmation in the chat box and then tell me what kind of affirmation you're looking for, why you need one. And then what's the last thing? If you have a specific question you would like me to ask the tarot cards, then feel free to put that question in the chat box as well. All right, so you're from England. Yay. Well, I'm glad you're here. That means it's kind of late evening where you are. Something like 9-ish, 9 going on 10-ish. All right, so here's what Reiki is. Reiki, I actually start my live sessions with 5 minutes of Reiki for whatever is for each person who watches this video, for whatever's in their highest and best interest. Okay, so Reiki is an energetic healing modality, meaning it's alternative health. It's not something that you're going to get at the doctor's office ever. Okay. Or maybe you will. They're starting to do experiments with Reiki so that they can measure. But anyway, so it is considered alternative at this point. Now, a lot of people know of Reiki to like help balance their chakras, which when our chakras are balanced, that helps us to manage in life in a very healthy way at every level, But a lot of people also know of Reiki as to help them with things that are medical, especially things where the doctors don't have the answers. So Reiki is really good to help speed up the healing when doctors do know the answers. And it's also really good for just bringing healing at all sometimes when the doctors don't know the answers. Okay, so Reiki can help physically. And that's what I was thinking as far as the time. And then Reiki also helps with mental and emotional situations. So if you're having a lot of anxiety, you're feeling stressed out, or you're feeling a little too chill, you're not getting enough done, either way, Reiki can help with that. And Reiki also helps with relationship improvement as well. Platonic relationships, romantic relationships. So a lot of things that Reiki can help us with. Oh, and I forgot my favorite. Reiki also helps with financial situations. So lots of things that Reiki can help you with. It would help your erectile dysfunction. Absolutely. So here's what how long have you been actually dealing with this problem? Is this a new thing that just popped up recently? No pun intended. The only way I've really seen people change energy on a reading and change the outcome is actually using Reiki. Years. Okay. So here's the thing, Mr. Jeff. We're going to do a little bit of Reiki teaching right now. So there's two types of illnesses or injuries that we consider in Reiki. One is something that happens suddenly, like if you're in a car crash and you break some bones or fractured skull or something like that. That is like an emergency, basically. And for the emergency things, believe it or not, one Reiki session usually will handle those and get you back to good. It's kind of amazing. Well, it's not kind of, it's just amazing. But for things that have been going on for a while, because what the Reiki is doing is it's going through and it's finding the root of the problem and it is dissolving the roots of those problems. So if we've been letting those roots of the problems grow for a while, then that's a little different story than if we have something sudden. So for that, that would take consistent and persistent Reiki. And for that, what I would recommend would be more of a treatment regimen rather than a one-time treatment. So the first thing that we would want to do is we would want to get you started on Reiki for 30 days, see where we are, and then decide, okay, do we need to keep going with this? Or have we made enough progress where we can slow it down a little bit and maybe do Reiki every other day or every third day or whatever? But for the very beginning, I would recommend that you get Reiki for every 30 days or every day for 30 days. See how much your improvement is. See if you've improved enough to just stop or if we need to slow it down or if we need to keep going. That's where I would start with you. And I do Reiki long distance as well, just so you know. Because I am not in England, I am in Colorado. Welcome to those of you who are new in the room. Check out the description box and then go ahead and type in the chat whatever it is you would like me to help you with. And we'll do that. Meanwhile, we can just have random conversations until somebody pops up that wants some help. I'm only going to be here for an hour, so we can talk for about 26 more minutes. You definitely should look into Reiki. Then I would be happy to do Reiki for you. I also offer Reiki candles, so Reiki session or Reiki candles, either one. I have a lot of clients who are overseas, So I would be happy to be the one to help you, but I don't have to be. But definitely I would look into it if I was you. For you, if you were coming to me, I think we might do one Reiki session so that you can get a sense of what that actually feels like. And then after that, we would probably do 28 days of candles, check in after the 28 days of candles, and then go for there. I appreciate that. And then if you want to catch me live, then you want to go ahead and turn on notifications. I do upload other things as well. Like I upload predictions for every single sign every single day. I do Reiki micro sessions for particular little things. I have some affirmations. So far, I've just got one. I want to add to that. If you want to learn about tarot or being psychic, I've got a lot of material for that. But if you want to know when I'm live, you definitely want to turn on notifications. You'll catch a lot of other stuff too, but that way you can catch me when we can actually talk. Sarah, glad to see you, my dear. How will your daughter's surgery go? How old is your daughter? I was going to say, you don't really almost look old enough to have a daughter in your tiny little picture that I can see on my screen. 3 months. Hey, 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 Cheryl from North Hollywood. Glad to see you here, my dear. What would you like help with today? Okay, how will Sarah's 3-month-old daughter's surgery go? How will that go? Well, I think it's actually going to go pretty well. All right. First of all, let's just go through these cards, honey bunny. You've got the Page of Earth showing up first, followed by the Hermit, followed by the 5 of Air in reverse, followed by the 2 of Air, followed by the Sun. I like to pull 5 cards for questions like this. So when we've got the Page of Earth showing up first, this actually, I take this as good news, but also it makes me wonder if your daughter doesn't have a lot of Earth in your chart, either her sun, her rising, or possibly even a stellium. But anyway, let's see, 3 months ago, January, she would have been an October baby, right? La da da da. Is that right? That would be right. October would be, if she was late October, she would be a Scorpio. If she was early October, that would be a Libra. So neither one of those. So we would want to look more at her rising sign and her stellium. So this could potentially be her, but also this could be about the idea of good news. So first of all, it comes across to me that there may be some type of question about whether she's actually capable of having the surgery or not. This card would indicate that, yes, they're going to find that she's qualified to have the surgery. She's good enough to have that. November 1st. Okay, she's a Scorpio baby like me then. Okay, so she's going to be qualified to have the surgery. They're going to go ahead and go with it with that Page of Earth. With the Hermit card, I think that this surgery is going to be one that takes a while, okay? Her moon might be. Usually I don't have moon signs show up in my court cards, so it would be more about her ascendant or if she had a stellium. But with the Hermit, you can see that they're kind of like behind closed doors. To me, this talks about, in this case, this talks about being in surgery. And the fact that it shows up just means that this could actually last for a little while. It could last longer than what they're actually expecting it to last, okay? Five of Air showing up in reverse. Normally this would be a Five of Swords, which would indicate a surgery and maybe a complicated surgery. But with it coming up in reverse like this says that things pretty much go as planned. There's not a lot of turmoil or disturbance or chaos. So the surgery is going to go pretty well as planned, even though it's going to take a little longer than planned. Two of Air means that there is going to be a noticeable difference. And I think that the noticeable difference is going to be just almost immediate, if not completely immediate. And with the Sun card in reverse, this is telling me that your little one is going to be happy, and she is going to be the one that sort of sets the tone for the happiness that you feel afterwards. So she's going to be recovering while you guys are still worrying. She's going to be feeling much better because you guys are going to have yourself sort of worked up with worry, and she's going to be the one that sort of dissipates that by her own attitudes and actions at 3 months. Kind of amazing. Strong little girl there. All right, let's see. Cheryl. Is there a new job for Cheryl in February? Let's find out, Cheryl. Is there a new job? I'm going to change that a little bit because we're only on the 28th of January and I don't want to rule out our last days of January, Cheryl. So what I'm going to ask is there a new job for Cheryl coming up between now and the end of February of 2022? I bet she does. With that Sun card in reverse. Oh, yeah. She's in charge. She's already in charge at your house, I think. She sets the tone. She may not be like bossy in charge, but she's somebody who her energy kind of sets the tone. All right, Cheryl. Will there be a new job for Cheryl between now and the end of the month, February? Brown from G-Town. Hey, hey. What would you like help with today, my dear? Here. Are you kicking your boss to the curb, Cheryl? Are you like, I've had enough of you. Goodbye. All right. Let's go through your cards. Let's see. We start off with the Chariot. Very positive. We like that. If I just wanted to put down one card, that would be a yes answer, by the way. We end up with the Five of Fire showing up in reverse. We also end up with the Emperor in reverse. This is why I'm wondering if you're not firing your boss. Get out. Nine of Earth. And Five of Earth in reverse. Here's the deal, Cheryl. I really want to know if you're firing your boss or not, because if you're not firing your boss, then this card's going to mean something completely different. And that's going to help me to translate it for you. Ooh, that's an astrology, actually. We're purging. It's some kind of conjunction that's going on right now, and we are purging our lives, purging out of our lives people who actually are hurting us and not helping us, or even if they're more neutral and they're not helping us, and things, projects that are holding us back. Everything's happening for a reason, baby girl. So Cheryl, waiting to hear from you, honey. Are you getting ready to fire your boss? Or am I looking at something completely different on this table? You're looking for something better. Okay, so you would like to fire your boss for sure. All right. So with this Chariot, like I said, very first, that's very auspicious. We like that card showing up and showing up the way it did. But it does also mean that you may have to travel for the next job that shows up. We still like it either way. With the 5 of Fire showing up in reverse, wherever this is that your new job is, there is no competition. There's nobody around who's made an application who can hold a candle to you. Okay? You are the person. I do think once you hear from them, that is after we have that's before we have our Emperor in reverse. So I think that after you hear from these people, I think then, yeah, you fire your boss, he's out, bye-bye, or she, whatever. 9 of Earth says that you're going to spend some time before you go to that next job, sort of doing your own thing. Okay. So you may have a good bonus coming to you whenever you leave this last place. Maybe they're paying you out for vacation you didn't take or whatever. I don't know. But you've got plenty to do your own thing for a little while. And you may even be starting your own business or expanding your own business if you already have one before you move on to the next position. But I do feel like because this position showed up, our Chariot and our 5 of Wands showed up earlier in the spread, I feel like you get this position set up, leave the old job, do your own thing for a little while. I think you're taking a little bit of a break to do your own thing. And then with this 5 of Earth in reverse, for me, this is relief. This is saying, okay, now we've got new money showing up. And it also tells me that your next job is going to pay better than the job that you're at right now. Okay. So that's what I've got for you, Cheryl. And yes, this will be happening by the end of February, anywhere between now and the end of February. Okay. Alrighty, guys, don't forget to share this video so that I can help as many people as possible, if you would. And of course, thank you for the thumbs ups and thank you for being here. Gran from G-Town. Show me what's coming up for Gran from G-Town in relationships with the people that she has on her mind when she has that question. You're quite welcome. Everyone, remember, please share this video so that people can get in on it while I'm still here and I can help them. Those of you who are new here and haven't been to my channel before, you definitely want to subscribe and you want to hit the notification bell if you're interested in catching me the next time I go live. And I'm offering help like this as well. All right, so Gran. You're definitely purging. Okay. You're definitely purging. I would check, Sarah, and I would check on when Venus comes out of retrograde. I'm not sure if that's this week or if it's coming up soon, but I would take up until then to kind of do research and prepare for starting your own YouTube channel. And then I would, and then after Venus is out of retrograde and out of shadow, I would launch it. Aren't you, I knew you seemed familiar. Aren't you Froggy's girl? Kathy's girl? I call her Froggy. Ba ba da da ba. Ba ba da da. All right, so Gran. 5 of Water. 9 of Wands. High Priestess. 2 of Water in reverse. Strength in reverse. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I just realized I just read about your babies. I just read about Froggy. I don't know if I would have been able to be objective. Back to Gran. Gran, with that 5 of Water, it does talk about some type of disappointment. So definitely disappointments coming along with those people. That may already be currently happening because it's first card. Usually for me, a first card in a spread like this has either already happened or will be happening within the next 3 days. Okay. 9 of Fire. That disappointment has made you a little bit defensive around these people, or it will be making you feel defensive around them. You may feel a little bit blocked off, like, ooh, I don't know if I can trust them as much as I used to trust them. And so you're not letting them, into that inner circle as easily as what you did before. We've got the High Priestess showing up here in the middle of the spread. This basically says that, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yay. I'm excited. What are you going to put on your YouTube channel? Are you going to be doing readings? Okay, so High Priestess in the middle, Gran, talks about this idea of you're going to be able to see through some stuff that's coming your way, all right? High Priestess also talks about the idea of keeping those lips zipped, okay? So this means that just because you see something coming down the road that is not necessarily ideal, you're not necessarily calling it as the High Priestess. You can see it, you can know it in your own mind, but sometimes you don't feel the need to be telling other people. Sometimes you don't feel the need to confront that person and say, hey, I know what's up. Nah, just sidestep whatever it is they're trying to get you involved in. You don't have to let them know. You don't have to let anybody know what they're up to. But you will very clearly know. Okay? 2 of Water in reverse, this is telling me that as you're seeing what comes in, as you're seeing what's coming in, you're recognizing that it's not really thrilling you. Okay? So, Gran, some of the things that these people are doing, some of these things that the people are saying, you're recognizing because of your intuition and being able to see what's coming down the road lower than the surface level, you're not very thrilled about how they're coming at you. Okay? And maybe not very thrilled about these people at all once you see how they're coming at you. And then the last final card, talking about these relationships, we've got the Strength card in reverse. So Strength card in reverse tells me a couple of things about these relationships, Gran. Strength card in reverse says that these relationships are not actually, like they're not blowing up like a tower would be a blow up, okay? They're not imploding, they're not exploding, but they're not strong either, okay? So these could be relationships that you end up sort of drifting away from these people, and that bond that used to be there, if there was one there, just kind of dissipates. So this is really kind of an organic fading away of a relationship is what I'm seeing, or more than one. Organic fading away of these relationships. And it looks to me like they're fading away because you're seeing these people how they really are, not for what they present on the surface. And I don't think you're so happy with it, which tells me that you're up-leveling your associates, you're up-leveling your network, which means the next people that come into your life are going to be approaching you from a higher level of energy with more integrity and more honesty and more clarity than what these people have. So this is organic. This is appropriate. Doesn't make it easier, but it's part of what happens in life. As we raise our energy up, other people, they can't always keep up with us. Maya. Okay, so I'm going to be here for 6 more minutes. And so let's see. Maya, what you need to know about my outlook is, first of all, I think twin flames are just something that spiritual people say when they don't have the strength to get out of a toxic relationship that they have. Oh, this is my twin flame. No, it's not. It's toxic. Get the heck out quick. All right. And as far as soulmates, I think we all have lots and lots and lots and lots of soulmates. So I'm going to say, yes, you have definitely met at least one soulmate, probably several in your life already. And as far as twin flames, I kind of think they're just made up BS. So it's kind of hard for me to look at things like that. So if you want to word this, like if you want to know, how about if we ask if you have met your most appropriate romantic partner, your most appropriate long-term romantic partner yet? We could ask that. Yeah, everyone, yeah. Herd mentality. Don't go into herd mentality. Don't be afraid to think on your own. Well, I had a relationship that everybody was telling me was a twin flame relationship, and I stayed with that person for 4 years before I finally said, my God, I'm going to lose my sanity if I don't get out of this. And everybody calling it twin flame motivated me to stay and put up with cray-cray way too long, because I was buying into that twin flame stuff, and it was straight up nothing but toxic. So I just don't even go there for people. It just makes no sense to me. Oh, you're quite welcome. Quite welcome. Love Angie. Hello, hello. Didn't somebody else ask that just now too? I don't know if I'm going to get to you or not, Love Angie or Teresa. Right now, let me focus on Maya. I'm only going to be here an hour. I've only got like 4 minutes to go. Okay, so has Maya already met her most appropriate long-term romantic partner? Wait, Maya, you have a very specific person in mind. What's the person's first name? First name only, please. Let's ask what you really want to know instead of dancing around it. Because if this turns out to be a yes and it's not the person you're thinking, you're going to be looking in the wrong direction, and you can make some decisions that are not going to be good. Corey J, hello, hello. Guys, if you like videos like this, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know the next time I come live. Especially if I don't get to you in this one, then we can see what happens the next time around. And then also, if you guys have an important question that you want answered right now, check out my website. I do offer 1 and 2 question readings. And I also offer live readings, long distance, over phone or over Skype. And I also offer Reiki sessions and Reiki candles as well. Okay, so Maya, first name. Waiting on the first name. Thank you for understanding, Love Angel. I don't believe you. I do not believe for a second that you don't have a name in your mind already that you're thinking and suspicious about. But we'll ask the question the way you have it. Has Maya met her most ideal romantic long-term partner yet? You've got somebody in your brain that you're wondering about. But I can't ask about them because you don't want to put it out there. So yes, you have. I don't know if it's the person you're thinking about or not, but yes, you have. Look at that. Okay, possibly D. Why do people try to frickin' pull a psychic? What's going on with y'all? Who does that? Come on. All right, Teresa. What's going to be happening in love for Teresa between now and the end of February of this year? No, you don't want to admit it to yourself. don't want to admit it to yourself is not the same as not being sure. All right. What's happening in love for Teresa between now and the end of February this year? I will call you out and drag you under the bus if I have to. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to participate in more videos like this. Oh, look at you, Teresa. You're starting off with the High Priestess. We like that. Although it's not necessarily good for love. Page of Fire. Emperor, that's Aries energy, or else some type of now I can't think of what I want to say. Fire sign. I kept wanting to say sun sign. That's everybody. Now, here's what you need to know about me whenever people show up in my readings. This may be that there's somebody with a sun sign of Aries. Doesn't have to be, though. It can be somebody who has a rising of Aries, and could also be somebody who has like a stellium in Aries, or they have Aries strong in their chart, which not everybody knows. So I don't want you to throw people off of the table just because the Emperor showed up on my table. Okay. La da 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 da. Hermit coming up in reverse, which would be kind of Capricorn energy, possibly. I don't get it like that, though. Two of Air showing up in reverse. Okay, so what's coming up for you in love? First of all, you have High Priestess energies. So this means that you're pretty intuitive. You're pretty sensitive yourself. If somebody doesn't come to you correct, you know it right off the bat because you feel it. You know, you could ask them 15 times, are you sure you're not married? Yeah, I'm not married. I'm fine. I'm single. Everything's cool. But you're still going to have that feeling. All right. So this really tells me that if somebody's not coming to you correct, you're going to know about it. All right. And I feel like that's really kind of the theme for this whole time frame. I don't feel like this is just for right now. I think your gut feelings really don't lead you wrong. Okay, Teresa. Next thing we have coming up is we have a Page of Fire. Page of Fire for me is a message of passion. So there's somebody that's basically going to want to hook up. You know, they're going to feel very passionate about you. They may want to explore that. It's more of a lustful thing than anything else. Now, we also have an Emperor showing up here. I'm sure you are. So we have an Emperor showing up here right after our Page of Fire, which makes me a little bit nervous. So there's a couple of ways that could actually be happening. Let me look at something really quick. I want to clarify something before I start talking more about this. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. Because with this Page of Fire followed by the Emperor, that can come up as two different people, two different ages of people, or it can be two different aspects of the same person. And I think we've got two different aspects of the same person. So with this Page of Fire, I do think you're getting some kind of message of basically of lust or of passion from somebody who you either are or you have been in some type of commitment before. With the Emperor can be our married person. But I feel like if this is a married person, this is somebody that we're talking about. They've been committed to you. And it doesn't have to be just marriage. We have a lot of non-conventional ways of committing to people romantically in this day and age. So this doesn't have to be a husband. This could be a life partner. This could be somebody that you used to live with. This could be somebody you live with right now. But there's something about that they have this commitment with you that is either in the past or current. I'm not exactly sure on where this time frame is. It looks to me like you guys have been talking, communicating, but you guys have had a hard time. So this is some kind of message from that person, basically saying, you know, I want a booty call. Maybe they want multiple booty calls with that committed man type of card there. And I really feel like you might go for that once or twice, but I think you're going to be deciding that that's not really what you're all about with the Hermit card in reverse. Okay. So Hermit card in reverse is telling me that you're taking some time to really think about this by yourself, not with that person right next to you. You're taking some time to really think about what's already transpired. And this will be happening the first 2/3 of February. And you're really looking at what are your priorities? What do you want? How do you want to move forward here? Okay. And so that you're coming back out of that seclusion and you're letting this person know, hey, how we've been doing it is not how I want to keep doing it. If you want to go back to the type of commitment that we had before, that's great. If you want to keep things like casual and non-committed now, I can't do that. But here's the thing. With this card coming up in reverse is Two of Air. It is going to confuse you. It is going to confuse you because I think this person, his or her response, is going to be one of confusion. They're going to be like, well, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to be committed or not. But I know that I really care about you. I know that I love you. That's about enough to make you crazy, ain't it? So with this Two of Air in reverse, I see you being really confused by this. You're having a hard time figuring out what you're going to do once we get to the end of February. All right, so actually I want to look at best advice for you in this situation and how to deal with this person. Because when we're confused, that's when we need our advice. What is best advice for Teresa in dealing with this person? Okay, so best advice for you comes up as the King of Earth, followed by the Page of Air in reverse, followed by the King of Water. All right. Mandy, hello, hello. We're just about to wrap up here, but if you would like to participate in more of these types of videos, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know next time I go live. Let's see. So King of Earth for me is actually talking about you, Teresa. It's saying you take care of you, especially financially. For me, the King of Earth is somebody who is not earning money. What that person is doing now is taking care of investments or doing some kind of planning with money. So don't let the confusion of this person showing up and being all wishy-washy throw you off of your original plans as far as for your own security and your own finances, okay? Thank you. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Second thing is with the Page of Air, pages are messages. Page of Air is in reverse. I think that what you're doing is you're letting this person know, hey, I appreciate you. I'm flattered that you're still around. I think maybe you're just a little bit lonely. And I don't think it's so much about that you need me. I think you just need the company. And I'm going to hold out for a King of Water. I'm going to hold out for somebody who genuinely loves me and who does not have any doubt about how much time they want to spend with me or about whether they want to build with me or about what type of priority they want to give me in their life. And even though we've been attached and this has been rough, and I really like you as a person, I think you're great, I don't think that you can give me what I need because you can't give me that security that I need in a relationship. And I'm going to hold out for somebody who loves me and can give me security, not just somebody who has the hots for me after all this time. That's your best advice. Okay. So thank you guys, all of you, for being here. I've been here over an hour now, but couldn't leave without giving advice on the confusion note. Thank you, everybody, so much for sharing this video with others so that they know that this is a place where they can come and get their questions answered. And thank you also for all the thumbs ups on the video. All of you guys' support on this channel is much, 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 much appreciated. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys back the next time around. Peace out.